Hello? What's that? You've been wondering about the videos?
Yeah, that's right. They're coming out today. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yo, what's up, cool cats? It's Kyle. Hey guys, just wanted to apologize for the long break. We're going to talk about that today, so let's jump right into it. So, about a month ago, I checked myself into a mental hospital in the psychiatric ward or psych ward. So I'm going to talk about what you guys should expect today if you ever find yourself in this situation. So I also just wanted to give you this quick fact. There's a lot of misconception out there on what psychiatric hospitals and treatment facilities are like. I just basically want to say that, it's not all what you see in the movies, being tied down in beds and people trying to escape and running down the hallways and getting tackled and then getting hit with halidone, which is the stuff that they hit you with to make you go to sleep. It's not at all like that. There's people in there that work in these facilities that care about you and want to see you get your treatment and get... So first things first, you have to arrive at the mental hospital and get checked in. When I got there to check myself in, you had to have permission to come through the door through somebody in the office. And I came in and I had my bag of clothes that I had brought, because when you're an adult, you can either have people bring you clothes or bring your clothes with you. I came in voluntarily, so again, I brought myself in, so I said I'm checking myself in, and the guy took my count of clothes and thought I was dropping it off to somebody else, and then he said, "Who are these for?" And I was like, "They're for me, I'm checking myself in." And then he was like, "Oh shoot," he's like, "I thought you were dropping off for somebody else." So the process of him taking my clothes back and getting everything and the paperwork lined up, I had about 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes with my fiance Brittany to say goodbye and just get the last little bit of love I was going to get from her for the next couple days, which for a lot of people, if you've never done this, it can be a little nerve-wracking when you have to say goodbye to a loved one and you're going into something that you have no clue what to expect. When I was younger, I had gone to a mental hospital as well when I lived in Illinois, so I knew kind of what to expect and how the structure of things was, but there's a lot of paperwork that you have to cover when you check yourself in or when you come in involuntarily. I got there about 11:30, 11:45 Eastern Standard Time, and I didn't get back to my ward and my room until about 2:45 that next morning. So it took roughly about 3 hours. But in that paperwork, you cover a lot of legal stuff and your rights and stuff like that. And just expect to, if you come in tired, it's going to be a long 3 hours. I take medicine at night, and I didn't take it before I went because I figured they would give it to me when I got there. And within that first 24 hours, you don't get your medication if you take medication outside of the mental hospital until you see the psychiatrist or a doctor the very next day. But you will see a doctor within the first 24 hours. So some other things that they do in that 24 hours is they take your vitals, so your blood pressure, your heart rate, your temp. You're not allowed. They take your shoelaces. If you're wearing a sweatshirt with a hood, they won't even let you bring it back because it's a choking hazard. I was gonna have Brittany bring me back a sweatshirt, and the one that I told her to bring one of the days I was in there had a hood and it had strings in it. One of the guys that was in the ward, his wife cut up a $200 polo sweatshirt because it had a hood on it, and he was pretty upset. So just the things to remember is the check-in process is super long, and it may seem like tedious, but you just got to remember all that stuff is for you and your safety and your rights. So like I said, the first 24 hours I saw the psychiatrist, and I already took medicine that they were going to give me outside of there. You fill out that when you do your paperwork and the check-in. They take down all your medications again. They're very meticulous about what you came in for. I went in for suicidal reasons. I'll just tell you guys that right now. It's been a struggle lately with my mental health, and they're very meticulous about, do you have feelings to hurt yourself? Have you ever contemplated suicide and stuff like that? And a lot of the people that work there are really good at their job, and I felt that they really cared about the people that come in there. And then there's just those other people that just are there to make money, and those are the worst kind of people in that kind of setting, is that they're there to just make a paycheck and do the bare minimum and not care about anybody else. So I saw the psychiatrist, and he just prescribed me my meds. So he puts in the order of your prescriptions to the hospital and the psychiatric ward to then give you your medicine. So that, like, within that 24 hours of me being there, I didn't go to sleep that next day until like 5:30. So some of my medications I have to take with dinner. So I took that medication with dinner, and then walking to dinner, eating, walking around, throwing away my trash, and walking back, and I sat down and started watching TV. I passed out. First, they take vitals every morning at 5 a.m., and then they do vitals periodically throughout the day at like 11:30, and like after dinner. Basically, after meals, they check everybody's vitals. And they did my vitals at 5:30 p.m. that night. After I had checked myself in, I went to bed and was good to go until they woke me up to take my 9 o'clock p.m. meds. So that's basically how the first 24 hours goes. I have a list of things on my phone that I have written down of my experience. Let me look it up real quick, and let's see. Oh, you're not allowed. Also, no toiletries, no jewelry, and no hard-covered books. I have a Bible from when I was younger and in the psychiatric ward that my children's pastor brought to me, that I read every day and do devotional out of, and they wouldn't allow it because it's a hardcover, because they don't want to risk me cracking somebody upside the head, is what I was told. The no jewelry, obviously, for necklaces, is the choking hazard. Earrings, it's stabbing hazard because of the prongs. And so I knew all that going there. I took my necklace off. I took my bracelets off. Well, I didn't take my bracelets and my Fitbit off, because I thought they would allow that, but I guess that I was mistaken. They put it in a safe bag, so they have a safe at the hospital where they put all your personal items. So they took my wallet, they took my bracelet, because it's a choking hazard if I try to swallow it, is what I was told. Oh, excuse me, guys. And then my Fitbit, also choking hazard, because I could tighten it too tight on my wrist and cut off circulation. Well, I guess that's not a choking hazard, but if I wanted to swallow that, it could be a choking hazard. So, girls were on the left, men were on the right. There's a group room, a lounge room. There's a singular bathroom in the lounge, and a TV. Everything in this ward is bolted to the ground. And I mean bolted, I mean the TV case, the TV's mounted on the wall, but the entertainment center is bolted on a platform that's bolted in the ground. So, like, nobody can tear it off the wall and knock it over on somebody, or the beds, like the bed frames, nobody can just pick them up and chuck them at somebody. There's a group room where they have AA meetings towards the end of the week, and then there's also did I already say one singular bathroom? So, like, you have a bathroom in your room, but your rooms get locked from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 or 5 o'clock p.m. depending on what's going on. So they want people to participate in groups and go outside and get air and go to rec and stuff like that. And so there's a single bathroom with just a regular toilet and a sink for everybody to use. Another thing I forgot to mention for the first 24 hours is for the first 24 hours, you are able to go in and out of your room all day long. After that 24 hours, that's when they lock your room when the day starts until groups are done in the afternoon. There's other people there, like the rec people. like all these people that work in this mental hospital have a degree. I was like, maybe I'll come here and work rec when I get out so I can help other people in cases like mine or something. And my friend that I made in the hospital, he was like, well, do you have a psychology degree? I was like, you have to have a psychology degree to work in rec. And it's true, because they have to do the paperwork when you come to rec of what you did the whole time you were in rec for an hour. So that's where the psychology degree comes in, because you have to know how to fill out the paperwork for certain circumstances that go on in activities. So I was just blown away by that. I didn't even realize. I was like, I've done rec jobs before. I was like, I'll be a shoe-in, and my buddy was like, yeah, do you have a psychology degree, because you're gonna need one? I was like, are you serious? So my bed, it's like a camp bed, like you would have in a camp bunk bed, but it's not in a bunk bed. And it, like when I laid on it, it felt like it was stuffed with newspapers and like cardboard shreddings. So it's not very comfortable, and it's on a wood frame, so you feel that wood frame underneath you. All the rooms have a shelving unit for your clothes, and then you also have a desk, but you don't get a chair for your desk. So like when you want to journal, like the doctors tell you to, you should be journaling every day about your mood, you know, things that happen, things you like, things that you feel are going well. You don't get a chair, so you kind of have to sit crisscross applesauce on your bed to journal. And when I was there, I had asked for a chair, not knowing that they can't give them, because if they were to give me a chair and I were to get a roommate, because the whole time I was there, I didn't have a roommate until the day I was leaving, that, you know, it's a possibility if you get angry, you could chuck this at somebody or one of the nurses or doctors trying to help you. Toiletries that they allow you to have your deodorant is an antibacterial spray that smells like rubbing alcohol. Your shampoo is mixed with a body wash, so it's just clear gel shampoo and body wash together. You get a toothbrush and then toothpaste, which is actually really minty. And when you leave, you can take like your bacterial spray, deodorant, and your toothpaste and your toothbrush if you wanted. And I forgot my toothpaste. I was excited to take it home and use it because it was so minty. Because that's my favorite toothpaste flavor is mint. Whenever I go to the dentist, they're like, you want bubble gum? I'm like, nope, I want mint. Give me that mint. Mouthwash too, but it's non-alcoholic mouthwash, because people that have a drinking problem that come in would try to drink that, obviously. The desk and the shelving unit were bolted to the ground. Like I said, everything's bolted to the ground. My shower head, when I turned it on the first day I was going to shower, I guess my roommate before didn't shower at all. So when I turned it on, all the rust buildup from the water in the pipes came out, so the water was orange on the ground, so I just let it run off into the drain before I stepped in the shower. The shampoo and body wash smelled like pine sol. I don't know why it smelled like that for me, but it was not pleasant when I would wash my hair and smell like Lebanese pine sol. So the shampoo and stuff left my hair super greasy. So when I would, comb my hair, they can give you a comb and a brush if you wanted both. It just looked like I had gel in my hair. I had a girl ask me, how do I get gel for my hair? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, do you have gel in your hair? And I said, no, it's just from the water and the shampoo. So where the techs and the nurses are at in the ward, there's a desk for the techs that have no computers. The nurses station has an exam room, a bathroom, a table in the exam room for you to be examined. I'm guessing all the regular doctor office stuff that's in an exam room. There's a huge TV with a layout of the ward and where people are stationed. But it's the same routine every day. Vitals at 5 a.m. You can get up and they do coffee at 6, and then we watch TV from 7 to 8:30 in the morning till we go down to breakfast at 8:30. That was the unit I was in. Time slot for breakfast was 8:30. You come back, you do goals group at like 9:15, and then periodically throughout the day, there's different smoke breaks and fresh air breaks. Dinner, our time slot was 4:45 p.m. and lunch was 12:30. Rec every day to get active, do something productive, and they have that in place for you to cooperate and participate to, make it feel like you're doing something while you're there. You're in a routine. The food at the hospital was, I think, phenomenal. I was only there 4.5 days, but the food I had was amazing. One day for lunch we had orange chicken with peppered fried rice. For dinner, my favorite day, I think we had chicken parmesan. And I kept joking with everybody that there was going to be a problem if it wasn't chicken parmesan for dinner, because the goulash for lunch was different from the goulash that I know. I'm from the Midwest, and goulash is swirly noodles with red sauce with cheese baked on top, with sometimes meat. And it's just a sweet red sauce, and their goulash was white rice with beef stew and vegetables, which to me is beef stew and rice. So I even told the cooks that. I was like, that's not goulash, that's beef stew and rice. He's like, what you talking about? That's not goulash. I was like, goulash is swirly noodles with red sauce and cheese baked on top. He's like, see, to me, that ain't goulash. And I was like, we had like a 20-minute conversation while I was trying to get my food about what the goulash was going to be in that. If there was going to be chicken parmesan for dinner, because that's what it said on the thing, and people were mad that there wasn't goulash for lunch. But the kitchen guys were super cool. And when you go to the cafeteria, it's one big room. It's got a soda machine, a coffee machine. At breakfast, you're only allowed water or coffee. The water's on the soda machine. Lunch and dinner, they open up the valves to the soda machine where you can get like crushed soda, Sobe Life water, Gatorade, stuff like that. There's no seconds, so you can't go back up. That was different from when I was a kid in the psych ward, because I remember when I was a kid and we had like this crusted chicken one night for dinner, and it was phenomenal, and I probably had like 6 or 7 chicken breasts as like a 4th grader. It was so good. And but no seconds, and there's no sharing too. So like I have a friend that I got in there who wasn't feeling good one day, and she got the whiff of the orange chicken sauce, and she's like, nope, I can't eat it. And so she just slyly scraped her plate onto mine, and that's when I took advantage of seconds that day. Is a lot of these mental health hospitals have bad reviews from people who went in involuntarily and didn't accept the help because they don't think they have a problem. So when they were trying to get the help and they weren't accepting it, they come out when they go through the whatever treatment, and they come out and basically just give them a bad review and go back into their old ways. And that's really like stuff that you want to ignore when you're trying to get the help that you're trying to get to better your situation and better your outcome of your thoughts and stuff like that. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I took myself there to get help because I didn't have a routine. I wasn't taking my medicine properly. I wasn't journaling like everybody was telling me I should be, my psychiatrist, my therapist, stuff like that. So I finally checked myself in after I boiled over, and I got the help that I needed. It was eye-opening. I needed to be taking my medicine like it's supposed to be taken. The one medicine with food and the other medicines at the same time every day. And that goes for anybody. If you take medicine, you need to take it at the same time every day. If it's the morning meds, wake up, take it. After your alarm goes off, it's the same time every day. Like, that's part of being in a routine, is doing things over and over again at the same time every day. And I was there, like I said earlier, 4.5 days, and it was eye-opening. I realized that being away from my setting, in a setting that was going to better my situation, and finally hearing the words and the words clicking in my head that I need to be journaling about my feelings and taking my medicine properly and, get up and moving around and being outside in the sunlight, being active, stuff like that. Because that boosts your mood, being outside in the sunlight, vitamin D, and it boosts, doing physical activity boosts your endorphins and stuff like that. So it's stuff that we have to do as human beings every day, and doing things that make us feel good and make us feel happy is like the most important thing you can do for your mental health. If you ever feel like there's not help for you or nobody's around you to help, reach out to somebody who you can trust. It's important to know that there's people in this world that love you and that they will, drive you wherever you need to go or get you the help you need to get. People in your life that can relate and can help you. So make sure you are open with your friends and family. Or see your doctor. If you feel like you're struggling elsewhere, see your professionals. Talk to your parents. See a psychiatrist. Get the help that is going to make you feel better. Just want to say thank you guys for stopping by. If you're new here, leave a like down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. For this video, if I get 10 likes on the video, I will do a story time about some interesting people that were in the psych ward that I was in that were being disruptive and stuff like that. So make sure you smash that like button, and yeah, that's about it. And if you have any questions, comment down below. Sorry for the pause, guys. I was trying to think what else I had to say. So again, smash that like button, and if you have any questions and you want to reach out to me, comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.